What just happened? That was awful. That was so painful. If that game had meant anything and finished like that, we would be distraught now. But as things stand, doesn't feel too bad, does it? We're still champions, and it's obviously never nice to lose, but we can console ourselves. Where did it start? I suppose the most obvious place to start as to when something like this happens, when we analyse it, it has to start at the top. And I think that it sort of filters down. And I think that Mourinho's approach to this game was a bit lacklustre. I think that earlier on in the day, he was with Pulis, he was chatting, he was jovial, he was joking. He's not like that on a match day. That's not the Jose that we love, is it? We know what he's like. He's a shrewd character and he really focuses on a match day. So the fact that today he had his arm around Pulis, he had a selfie with a West Brom fan, which I'm a big fan of. Don't get me wrong. I think fans are the lifeblood of this sport and they deserve some interaction from people. But there's a time and a place, Jose, and when just 10 minutes before kickoff is probably not that time. But like I say, we're champions, so we're not too upset. A slight issue. This is something that's worrying me because I think it bodes quite badly for next season, and that is the form and mental state of Diego Costa. He was a nutter today. He was absolutely crazy, and he is culpable for that Fabregas sending off. It was Costa who went insane with the elbow and probably arguably deserved the sending off himself, that built up to this crescendo that happened just before Fabregas was sent off. It was such a shame. I think Fabregas was really harshly treated. Pinpoint accuracy though, by the way, Cesc. It was a very, very impressive shot if it was intended, but I'm not convinced it was. What do you guys think? Do you think that was a sending off? I was really surprised. I think it's a shame. And it's particularly a shame looking forward because I was optimistic that he could get a couple of assists and break Henry's record. That's now not to be. Not that that matters, but that's not to be. But we're gonna miss him for a game next season because that is going to be classed as violent conduct, which is insane. But that's the rule. It's going to be violent conduct. So he will miss the Charity Shield, the game against Sunderland this season, the Charity Shield, and then the first league game, which is obviously a shame. Anyway, we'll cope and hopefully we'll make adjustments. We've got a lot of time to prepare for that. The second half, I was really optimistic. After we went in a goal down, I think Berahino, what a player. I mentioned him in the preview and I thought that he was a danger man. And boy, was that the case. He was such a threat. And I wouldn't mind if Jose happens to bump into him in a corridor in the changing room if he wants to tap him up over the summer, because I think he's a really good player and has a really bright future for both for club and country. So we should watch out for that. But he was just too good, wasn't he? On the day, he was too good for us. And I think that we came out, I really felt that we could get back into it second half. Terry was lucky to stay on the pitch, and within 2 minutes of the second half starting, we are 2 goals down. Berahino, excellent penalty. I thought Courtois was very unlucky. I thought he guessed right, but it was just an expert penalty. And I suppose we can't be too down on it because we were fortunate to have our captain still on the pitch. Third goal, I'm not so forgiving actually. I feel really sorry for Felipe Luis. I thought he was hung out to dry. First rule of football, isn't it? When you play on a Sunday morning for the dog and duck, if one goes over for a corner, 2 go. It's 2. It's obvious, isn't it? You can't mark 2. One man can't mark 2 players, and that's exactly what happened to Felipe Luis. I'm not sure who switched off. Perhaps Hazard, but it was absolutely ridiculous. It's so simple. And then obviously Brunt, we know what he's like with his left foot. It's a powerhouse. Courtois will probably be disappointed with himself. I'm not. I think that it wasn't his fault, and it wasn't Felipe Luis's fault either. It was whoever should have been, probably Hazard. It's whoever should be doubling up. So yeah, not ideal, but who cares? We are champions, and that is all that matters. And I think there are a few positives. I think the fact that we're champions is all you need to know, really. That's all that matters. I think another positive, and it's very important that we acknowledge this, is the brilliance of the Chelsea faithful that travelled to the Hawthorns today. That was incredible support. It was non-stop. It was 25 minutes of the second half was just bouncing to the Chelsea fans' voices. It was absolutely brilliant support, and I was proud to consider myself a part of that. It was absolutely incredible support. So fair play, Chelsea fans. It'd be interesting to hear what Mourinho has to say about that. And I think the most important thing and the biggest positive, and it just fills me with sheer joy to say this, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He's not out of his depth at all, is he? He's absolutely brilliant. He was so good. He was our best player in the first half. I think he had 39 passes, which is huge. Didn't give the ball away once. Just really a sheer class act. And I am delighted that we have somebody who understands the fibre of this football club coming through, because I was worried. You know, it looked a bit quiet on the youth front, and it's been quiet for a few years, arguably since John Terry, really. But this boy's got it. This boy has absolutely got it, and I'd be so surprised if he doesn't go on to be a star for Chelsea and England. So that is wonderful news. Aside from that, it's been a very busy day here at the Chelsea Fans channel. We met Michael Ballack earlier, which was incredible, of course. The man, what a hero. And that video will be up tomorrow, so make sure that you subscribed because you don't want to miss it. So yeah, guys, just let me know what you think. I'm really interested. Crucially, what I need to know is, would you like to see Berahino in a Chelsea shirt? Did Fabregas deserve to be sent off? They're the two issues. Please comment below, let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow for a chat with Michael Ballack. Come on, you Blues champions.